Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to review Evil Dead Rise, which I saw in theater twice already and I fucking loved it. It is a really awesome movie. It has honestly one of the strongest openings in all of cinema history. One of my favorite horror movie openings anyway. And it's, everybody says Drew Barrymore's opening scene in Scream. I agree, that still wins number one for me, but this opening scene is pretty close. I think it comes really hard, and this is going to be a spoiler review, so before I go any further, I'll just say if you have not seen this movie, stop and go watch it first, come back, and then watch this review. Just the way the movie starts out, since I've already done my spoiler alert, I guess I can start talking about it, but when the girl is holding the drone and the blades are going, and I thought she was gonna take the drone and kill that guy with it, which I think would have been really cool, but she ends up hitting herself with it, which knocks her out and throws her into the water, which was just to confuse the guy. And since he didn't really know what was going on, it was cool to see him jump in after her, and then she just rips him apart underwater. You don't even know what happens. You just see his head come out. And then when she starts floating out of the water and then the letters come up from behind the mountains and there's that loud music, it was just one of the coolest, I loved that feeling that it gave me. So that was really awesome. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, actually. I do like Sam Raimi. I like the first Evil Dead movies. I like the 2013 remake, but I've never been in love with them. I really like the goofiness that the first three started to go in. I like the first two more than I like Army of Darkness. They were the second one was almost like a remake of the first one. So I thought that was interesting. It wasn't a direct sequel. It was almost a different version of it. So I just thought that franchise was really unique and had a really artsy feel to it. And then when the 2013 came out and it was just all serious and it had to do with the girl's heroin addiction and getting away from all that, people really loved that movie, and I would say that I thought maybe that was my favorite one for a while too, just because it was actually scarier. But after watching Evil Dead Rise, this one definitely is my number one in the franchise. It's actually one of my favorite movies now, after watching it twice, and I don't feel that way about any of the other movies. I didn't really watch the TV show. However, there was a TV show called Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, which I feel is a play on the Necronomicon. I can't say it. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Necronomicon. Okay, so yeah, this TV show Todd and the Book of Pure Evil did have kind of Evil Dead or Army of Darkness kind of vibe. It was very spoofy, and it had to do with a book of evil, and so it had a lot of Necronomicon feel to it, so that was really cool. But as far as Evil Dead goes, I've never been super into it. I thought it was okay, but this movie is I don't know, it's just next level to me, so it's definitely reaching one of my favorites. I'm going to add it to the collection. And I watched 2013 Evil Dead also, just for good measure, and I just found it to be a little dull, and I'm not someone who's really into gore porn, so it was a little just brutal for me and not as fun. This movie was definitely brutal, very gory, but it was a lot of fun, and the cinematography was just beautiful. The acting was amazing. Alyssa Sutherland, who played the mom, was just captivating to watch the entire time. She's so gorgeous, even when she's the deadite. Her movements and just everything about this movie was just really artsy, and she kind of became one of my favorite characters, an iconic character. I don't know if the gays are gonna claim her, but she just had so many iconic feminine energy moments, and this whole movie was kind of about motherhood, and they have the sister who's pregnant, they have the mother who's recently a single mother. At one point she's like making them eggs. Talk about deviled eggs, right? I don't know, I can't remember all of it, but there was a lot of like mother symbolism in this movie, which I found cool. They had a lot of throwbacks to the old Evil Dead movies with the shotgun and the chainsaw and like just like all the blood and gore. I was excited since I saw the previews. I mean, there's something about like moms that you don't mess with, and I just knew it was going to be scary just for that factor. They have some children in the movie, which a lot of horror movies don't really mess with children that much. This one really messes with the children, so like it's kind of like more fucked up in that sense too. The younger girl who's the star, or one of the leads, she did a really amazing job, and yeah, I'm impressed that she was in such a like brutal movie. I don't know how they like got her to play with that so well, but it's definitely like very gory, and I've never seen like a child star in like a movie with this much gore, so that could be a bit like hard to watch for some people. I even think their child death scene, where she like throws him into the wall and you see like the kid basically be killed by like a hard blow into the wall. It's really fucked up, but it happens really quick, and I don't think I even noticed it the first time I watched it. The characters, like I really like the family. All the characters were really cool, and it was like sad to see people die. And the way it ended, it kind of gave me like a Resident Evil almost type of a feel to it, the way that the monster kind of meshes together and it becomes like something new. And I actually really enjoyed that. It was scarier than like the Resident Evil movies, but it had that feel of like just like crazy monsters. But it was just, I actually like really, I'm not gonna say I was really scared during the movie, but it was like high intensity, and it is a very scary movie. Like it is the definition of like a horror movie. I think it's an epitome horror movie. It's so much fun. It has a good arc. I like the backstory with the sisters and motherhood and, you know, responsibility, and the way that the other sister kind of takes it upon herself to be responsible for Cassie, the youngest girl. And she makes sure she goes back in there to fight for her whenever Cassie gets dragged in. And when they kill the the mutated creature at the end, that was just like so gory and a lot of fun. And yeah, it had a really strong ending, which, you know, I watched Scream 6 recently and I really love that movie, but the ending was like not that great. And this, as a horror movie, I feel like gets a 10 out of 10 for me. It was good from the beginning to the end. God, like I tell you, I love that intro so much, and then it wraps up at the end with like, it kind of shows where the intro, how it all started. So the intro of the movie is actually the end. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and a really smart movie. I recommend you watch it, and if I have more thoughts on it, I will maybe make another video, but that's all I had to say for now. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel, for subscribing, and please continue to subscribe if you have not done that yet. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I make a new video, and please comment, let me know what you thought of the movie. It was like so much fun. Yeah. Alright, see you guys later.